Good morning, boys and girls. I'm back. Miss Stephanie, hi, how are you? Today we're going to read kind of a mishmash of stories. We're going to read about storms. We're going to read about Miss Wishy Washy's farm. And we're going to read about a frog in the bog. So it's just a mishmash of wonderful stories. Our first book is called A Storm is Coming. The old farmer leaped out of his chair and clicked the radio off. Hear that dog? He bellowed. Storm's coming. We better get the animals safely in the barn. Dog sprang to his feet and bounded out the door. Round 'em up, the farmer called as the dog ran in circles around the sheep. Storm is coming, storm is coming, storm is coming, barked the dog. We have to get in the barn quickly. Frightened, the sheep raced after the dog towards the barn. On the way, they passed the pond where Duck was paddling. Storm is coming! Storm is coming! The sheep bleated. We have to get to the barn quickly. Duck flapped up the grassy bank and flew ahead of the deep blue sky. The cow in the pasture looked up at the animals, sped fast. Storm is coming, quacked the duck. We have to get to the barn quickly. The cows herded together and joined the stampede, and when they all reached the barn, the farmer hurried them inside, and then he shut the doors. The barking, the flapping, the bleating, the mooing awoke Cat from her nap in the hay. She stretched and yawned and said, What are you doing here? Storm is coming, the animals told her all at once. And who is Storm? Said the cat. The cows looked at Duck, Duck looked at the sheep looked at Dog, but Dog didn't know. Well, he must be very mean, Dog decided, moving to guard the door. And he must be very scary, said the shivering sheep. Big, 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 he must be very big, sputtered Duck flapping into the air. The cows just lay in the corner and moaned. Cat yawned again. Wake me up when he gets here, she murmured, and drifted back to sleep. The animals waited and listened, but there was no sign of Storm. We need a lookout, Dog barked. Duck flew up to the open window and cautiously peeked out. No storm, no storm, he quacked. Ooh, but the skies are growing dark. No, bleated the sheep. Even the sun is hiding from the storm. The cows dropped their heads and moaned louder. Dark is good, Dog told them. Storm can't find us in the dark. The animals nodded. That is good, they all agreed. Duck called down again. I still don't see Storm, but there's a big wind blowing. Great, Dog barked. The wind will blow Storm away. The cows lifted their heads and the sheep stopped shaking. Phew. But then they heard a heavy tapping on the roof. Storm's knocking, the sheep cried. No, 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 it's only rain, Duck informed them. Dog nodded. The rain will wash away our tracks so Storm can't follow us, he added. The cows and the sheep listened for a moment, and then they nodded in agreement. Good thing Dog's so smart. One more time, Duck called down. I still don't see Storm, but the sky is flashing. The sky is going to blind Storm so he can't see us, the dog said. The cows scrambled to their feet and the sheep started shuffling. A roll of thunder shook the barn. Hear that, Duck? Dog bark. Yes, yes, quacked Duck. The clouds are growling at the storm. They'll scare him away for sure. All day long the wind blew, the rain fell, the lightning flashed, and the thunder rolled. And through it all the animals cheered. Hooray! But then everything stopped. The sky went silent, and so did the animals. They waited and listened, and Duck flew down to huddle with the others. Ooh, why did it get so quiet? Thump, thump, thump. Someone was coming toward the barn. Click, click, clang. Someone was opening the door. Creak. Someone was coming in. The animals backed into the corner. This was it. Storm had finally gotten there. The door swung open wide, and the animals gasped. It was the farmer. Everybody out, he called. It's all safe now. Hooray, shouted the animals. The barking, the flapping, the bleating, and the mooing awoke Cat again. She stretched and yawned and opened one eye. Did I miss Storm? She said. No, Dog reported. Storm never came. Then he ran out and played in the sunshine with the others, and the cat went back to sleep. Those silly cats, they don't seem to be bothered by anything, do they? I know. So let's read about Miss Wishy-Washy's farm. I like her name, Miss Wishy-Washy, don't you? This is Miss Wishy-Washy, and this is her farm. This is her house and her truck and her barn. I think I'd like to live on a barn, would you? Or on a farm, anyway. Here by the barn is the old tin tub where all the animals go for a scrub. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy, wishy-washy. Moo, the cow cries. I hate this old tub. I've got soap in my eye. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. Ee, the pig squeals. I've been scrubbed from my nose to my heels. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy, wishy-washy. Quack, the dog moans. I've got suds in my feathers and aches in my bones. The scrubbing is over. Tub goes away. No more washing, the animals say. Moo, ee, quack, quack, quack. Mrs. Wishy-Washy, mean old Miss Wishy-Washy, we're leaving you and we won't be back. She doesn't look mean. Fast down the highway they run side by side. Where will we go? Where will we hide? Eee, the city, squeals the old pig. We'll go to the city where the barns are big. They're leaving because they don't like to take baths. But the city is as wild as a farm stampede. There's nowhere to rest and nowhere to feed. The three hungry animals walk into a barn. There's food in the dishes, but it's not like the farm. The cow looks around with an anxious face. I think it could be in the wrong eating place. Along comes the cook with an angry shout. You be roast on toast if you don't get out. I don't want to be roast on toast. They run for their lives to the barn next door and find themselves in a hardware store. Oops! They got themselves into a mess. Then a van pulls up and two shakes of a tail. It's the pickup van from the animal jail. They're taken away. Oh, what bad luck. And the cow and the pig and the poor old duck. They sat in a huddle, hungry and pale, in the cold, muddy cage of the animal jail. Then the unhappy cow and the pig and the duck hear the chug, chug, chug of the old farm truck. They moo and they squeal and they quack and they cheer. It's dear Mrs. Wishy-Washy. She's here! Far from the city and back on the farm, the animals run to the old red barn. Now Miss Wishy-Washy fills up the tub. Come on, you three, you need a good scrub. Oh, bliss, says the cow, and she jumps right in. Oh, bliss, says the pig with a happy grin. Oh, bliss, says the duck, splashing with the rest. There's no doubt about it, home is best. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy, wishy-washy. And they're clean as a whistle. And don't you know, they know that being clean just once a week is not going to hurt them, instead of trying to live in the city where something could hurt them. I like that story, didn't you? And wishy-washy, when you say wishy-washy like that, wishy-washy, wishy-washy, doesn't it sound like your mom's laundry? It does. And our last book today is A Frog in the Bog, and look at the silly frog. There's a frog in the log in the middle of a bog. A small green frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. He flicks one tick as it creeps up a stick. One tick in the belly of a small green frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. Guess he ate that tick. And the frog grows a little bit bigger, and he sees two fleas, and they leap through the reeds. Look at his tongue getting ready. He's a hungry old frog in the bog, isn't he? One tick, two fleas in the belly of the frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. He spies three flies as they buzz through the skies. One tick, two fleas, three flies, oh my, in the belly of the frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. I can't imagine eating a fly. Can you? And the frog grows a little bit bigger. He glugs four slugs as they slink through the sludge. That's a tongue twister. Whew. And those are slimy. I wouldn't want to eat a slimy one, would you? One tick, two fleas, three flies, oh my, four slugs, ooh, yuck, in the belly of the frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. He inhales five snails from their heads to their tails. Ugh. One tick, two fleas, three flies, oh my, four slugs, ooh, ugh, and five slimy snails. In the belly of the frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. What a hog, that frog. And the frog grows bigger and bigger. Then that log with the frog in the middle of the bog starts to rise, and the frog sees eyes. Look how big he's gotten. Now there's eyes. Ooh. And the frog sees claws and a big set of jaws and a mouth like a crater, and the frog screams, "Gator!" Oh my goodness, holy cow. With his mouth wide open, all the bugs inside start to crawl and fly and to slither and slide. Out come 5 snails from their heads to their tails. Four slugs, ooh yug. 3 flies, oh my. They're coming out. Two fleas, oh dear me. 1 tiny tick, yuck. And right in the middle of his holler, that frog grows a whole lot smaller. "See you later," said the gator as he romps through the swamp, because the itty-bitty frog isn't big enough to chomp. Now, the bugs in the bog keep away from the frog, and the frog never sits on a half-sunk log. Not anymore. He learned his lesson. Oh, boys and girls, I enjoyed the stories today. I hope you did. It was just a mishmash of fun stories. I hope you have a great day. Go outside and play when you can. Get that legs running and get yourself ready for spring. And I'll see you soon. Bye.
Honey, is that you?
Yes. Who are you?
It's me, Donnie. Where are you?
Well, I'm over here getting ready to talk to the library kids. Donnie, are you coming? Well, hi, Donnie. Isn't it a wonderful spring day? I love this weather.
Have you looked outside, Connie?
Why?
A big storm is blowing in from the north.
What? When I got here, the sun was shining and the birds were singing and it was beautiful.
I thought I heard you whistling like a bird.
Well, yeah, I love listening to the birds sing. Makes me so happy, but, I can't sing as well as they do, so I just try to whistle.
No birds are singing now. They are all getting ready to hunker down for the big storm that's blowing in.
Ah, I guess I better prepare for the storm, too.
The weatherman said that we're supposed to get an inch of rain and maybe some thunder and lightning.
I don't like it when it storms. Those loud noises scare me.
Not me. I love to listen to the rain and thunder. It makes me feel calm and puts me right to sleep.
Wait. I hear something. What is that?
It's the storm. It must be getting close.
Ah, that means I better go. I have to go home, round up my calves, and get them in the barn.
Yes, I need to go home and gather up all my foals and get them to safety.
Well, boys and girls, stay safe and dry this afternoon.
Remember, boys and girls,